Magic of foods against high blood pressure. Many researchers have found that certain foods can lower high blood pressure. We look at some foods that may help and how to incorporate them into the diet. In general, the United States Department of Agriculture USDA considers a serving to be 1 cup of cooked or raw vegetables or fruit, 1 cup of 100% fruit juice, 2 cups of raw leafy salad greens, half a cup of dried fruits. For most ages, the USDA recommends consuming around 2 cups of fruit per day and 3 cups of vegetables per day, although this varies slightly according to age and sex. Number 1, berries. Blueberries and strawberries contain antioxidant compounds called anthocyanin, a type of flavonoid. In one older study, the researchers looked at data for over 34,000 people with hypertension over 14 years. Those with the highest intake of anthocyanin, mainly from blueberries and strawberries, had an 8% lower risk of high blood pressure than those with a low anthocyanin intake. However, some experts say there is not enough evidence that blueberries reduce blood pressure. To enjoy berries, eat them as a snack or sweet uh, treat after meals. Add them to smoothies. Sprinkle them on oatmeal for breakfast. Serving of blueberries is around a cup, 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries or half a cup of dried blueberries. A serving of strawberries is around 7 strawberries. Number 2, bananas. Bananas contain potassium which can help manage hypertension. One medium-sized banana contains around 422 milligrams of potassium. According to the American Heart Association (AHA), potassium reduces the effects of sodium and alleviates tension in the walls of the blood vessels. The Office of Dietary Supplements advises that males aim to consume 3,400 milligram of potassium daily and females 2,600 milligrams. Other potassium-rich foods include apricots, lentils, prunes, acorn squash, potatoes. People with kidney disease should consult a doctor before increasing their intake of potassium, as too much can be harmful. A serving would be 1 large banana, 1 cup of sliced banana, or 2/3 of a cup of mashed banana. Number 3, beets. Drinking beet juice may reduce blood pressure in the short and long term because it contains dietary nitrate. A 2015 study found that people with hypertension who drank 250 milligrams or about 1 cup of red beet juice every day for 4 weeks had lower blood pressure. The researchers recorded an average fall in blood pressure of 7.7 by 5.2 millimeters of mercury or mmHg over a 24-hour period. Tips for use include drinking 1 glass of beet juice per day, adding beets to salads, preparing beets as a side dish. A serving of beet is around 1 cup, which is around 2 small beets or large one. Number 4, dark chocolate. Cocoa, an ingredient in dark chocolate, contains flavonoids, an antioxidant. Flavonoids may help reduce blood pressure according to the AHA. However, it notes that a person may not be able to consume enough flavonoids in dark chocolate for it to have significant benefits. The AHA says that a small amount of chocolate from time to time can be part of a balanced diet. It advises, however, that people eat it because they enjoy it, not for health reasons. Number 5, kiwis. A daily serving of kiwi can help manage mildly high blood pressure, a 2015 study suggests. People who ate 3 kiwis per day for 8 weeks saw a more significant reduction in systolic and diastolic blood pressure than those who ate 1 apple per day for the same period. The study authors note that this may be due to the bioactive substances in kiwis. Kiwis are also rich in vitamin C. In an older study, people who consumed around 500 milligrams of vitamin C per day for about 8 weeks saw significant improvements in their blood pressure readings. Kiwis are easy to add to lunches or smoothies. 1 cup of kiwi or 2 to 3 kiwi fruits make up one serving. Number 6, watermelon. Watermelon contains an amino acid called citrulline. The body converts citrulline to arginine, and this helps the body produce nitric oxide, a gas that relaxes blood vessels and encourages flexibility in arteries. These effects aid the flow of blood, which can lower high blood pressure. In one older study, adults with obesity and mild or pre-hypertension took watermelon extract containing 6 grams of L-citrulline, L-arginine. After 6 weeks, the participants saw a reduction in blood pressure in the ankles and brachial arteries. The brachial artery is the main artery in the upper arm. In a small 2019 study, 27 people consumed either watermelon juice or another drink before exercise. The females who drank watermelon juice did not experience a rise in blood pressure after exercise, although the males did. People can consume watermelon as juice in salads, including fruit salads, in smoothies, in a chilled watermelon soup. One serving of watermelon is 1 cup of chopped fruit or one slice of around 2 inches. Number 7, oats. Oats contain a type of fiber called beta glucan, which may have benefits for heart health, including blood pressure. A 2020 rodent study found that beta glucan and Avananthramide C, both present in oats, reduce levels of malondialdehyde, a marker of oxidative stress in hypertensive rats. These results suggest that ingredients present in oats can help prevent high blood pressure and protect heart health in other ways. Ways of eating oats include having a bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, using rolled oats instead of breadcrumbs to give texture to burger patties, sprinkling them on yogurt desserts. Number 8, leafy green vegetables. Leafy green vegetables are rich in nitrates. which help manage blood pressure. Some research suggests that eating at least 1 cup of green leafy vegetables per day can lower blood pressure and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Examples of leafy greens include cabbage, collard greens, kale, mustard green, spinach, Swiss curd. To consume a daily dose of green vegetables, a person can stir spinach into curries and stews, salt Swiss curd with garlic as a side dish, bake a batch of kale chips. A serving of spinach is 2 cups of fresh leaves. A serving of raw cabbage is 1 cup. Number 9, garlic. Garlic has antibiotic and antifungal properties, many of which may be due to its main active ingredient allicin. A 2020 review concludes that garlic in general and specifically Kyolic garlic can reduce blood pressure, arterial stiffness, and cholesterol. Garlic can enhance the flavor of many savory meals, including stir fries, soups, and omelets. It can also be an alternative to salt as a flavoring. Number 10, fermented foods. Fermented foods are rich in probiotics, which are beneficial bacteria that may help manage blood pressure. In 2020, researchers analyzed data for 11,566 adults aged 50 years or older in Korea. The results suggest that women who had gone through menopause and ate fermented soya foods had a lower risk of hypertension. However, this did not appear to be true for men. Sodium is a risk factor for high blood pressure, and experts advise people to limit their salt intake. However, a 2017 study did not find that eating salt fermented vegetables increased the risk of high blood pressure despite the high sodium content. The effects of probiotics on blood pressure appeared more beneficial when the participants consumed multiple species of probiotic bacteria probiotic regularly for more than 8 weeks, at least 100 billion colony forming units per day. Fermented foods to add to the diet include kimchi, kombucha, apple cider vinegar, miso, tempeh. Probiotic supplements are another option. Number 11, lentils and other pulses. Lentils provide proteins and fiber, and experts say that they can benefit the blood vessels of people with hypertension. The authors of an older study analyzed the effects of a pulse rich diet on rats. The rats consumed a diet that was 30% pulses, including beans, peas, lentils, and chickpeas. Consuming pulses appeared to decrease levels of blood pressure and cholesterol. A 2014 review of human trials with a total of 554 participants found that consuming pulses may lower blood pressure in people with and without hypertension. However, the authors note that more studies are necessary. People can use lentils in many ways, including as an alternative to minced beef, adding bulk to salads, as a base for stews and soups. Number 12, natural yogurt. Yogurt is fermented dairy food. A 2021 study looked at data for people with and without high blood pressure to see whether there was a link between fermented dairy products and hypertension. The participants with high blood pressure who consumed more yogurt had lower systolic blood pressure and lower arterial pressure than those who did not. To enjoy unsweetened yogurt, add one spoonful to a plate of stew or curry. Mix with chopped cucumber, mint, and garlic as a side dish. Use it instead of cream on fruit and desserts. Spoon it onto a combination of oatmeal, nuts, and dried fruit for breakfast. Number 13, pomegranates. Pomegranates contain antioxidants and other ingredients that may help prevent high blood pressure and atherosclerosis. An older study from 2012 provides evidence that drinking 1 cup of pomegranate juice daily for 28 days may lower high blood pressure in the short term. A 2017 review of 8 human trials found evidence that consuming pomegranate juice consistently lowered blood pressure. People can consume pomegranates whole or as juice. When buying pre-packaged pomegranate juice, check to ensure that there is no added sugar. Number 14, cinnamon. Cinnamon may help reduce blood pressure according to a 2020 review. The authors found that consuming up to 2 grams of cinnamon per day for 8 weeks or more reduced blood pressure in people with a body mass index of 30 or more. To incorporate cinnamon into the diet, a person can add it to oatmeal as an alternative to sugar. Sprinkle it on freshly chopped fruit. Add it to a smoothies. Number 15, nuts. Several studies have found that eating nuts of various types can help manage hypertension. A 2016 review notes that walnuts, hazelnuts, and pistachios also all appear to improve endothelial function, which can benefit blood pressure and heart health. Opt for unsalted nuts and snack on them plain. Add them to salads, blend them into pastos, use them in main dishes such as nut roast. People should not consume nuts if they have a nut allergy. Number 16, citrus fruits. Citrus fruits contain hesperidin, an antioxidant that may benefit heart health. In a 2021 study, 159 people consumed 500 ml of orange juice, hesperidin enriched orange juice, or a control drink per day for 12 weeks. The results indicate that regularly consuming orange juice can help lower systolic blood pressure and that hesperidin contributes to this effect. People can consume citrus fruits as drinks, for example, by making orange juice or squeezing lemon into water, whole or in fruit salads in the case of oranges and grapefruit, as lemon juice squeezed on salads for flavor instead of salt. Number 17, oily fish. The AHA recommends consuming 2 servings of 3 ounces of oily fish per week as it may lower the risk of cardiovascular disease. Research also suggests that eating oily fish may help lower blood pressure. In 2016, people with high systolic blood pressure saw significant improvements in their readings after consuming zero point 0.7 grams per day of supplements of eicosapentaenoic pentaenoic acid and docosapentaenoic hexaenoic acid fish oil for 8 weeks. Examples of oily fish are anchovies, sardines, mackerel, albacore, tuna. Some fish contain mercury and people should check the latest Food and Drug Administration guidelines. They can also visit the website to check which fish is currently sustainable. Number 8. Tomato extract. Tomato contains lycopene, an antioxidant that may be beneficial for heart. A 2021 review found that consuming tomato extract can significantly lower systolic blood pressure in people with or without hypertension. However, including tomatoes in the diet did not produce the same results. Other researchers have found that high doses of lycopene reduce systolic blood pressure while lower levels did not. To avoid. While some foods may relieve hypertension, others can increase the risk of the condition. Number 1, salt. Studies show that a modest decrease in salt intake over 4 or more weeks can significantly reduce blood pressure. The USDA recommends limiting sodium intake to a maximum of 2.3 grams per day or 1 tablespoon 5.75 gram of salt. Number 2, caffeine. Results of a 2011 review suggest that consuming 200 to 300 milligram of caffeine may increase blood pressure by 8.1 mm Hg and diastolic blood pressure by 5.7 mm Hg within 1 hour of consumption. The rise in blood pressure lasted for longer than 3 hours. In a 2019 review, however, experts note that more research is necessary to verify this. Number 3, alcohol. Regular consumption of alcohol can significantly increase the risk of high blood pressure. In females, even moderate consumption can have this impact. There is no evidence that a low to high moderate intake has any benefits for heart disease or hypertension according to a 2021 review. The AHA recommends limiting alcohol consumption to no more than 2 drinks per day for males and 1 for females. The serving size of one alcoholic drink is 12 ounces of beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1 to 1.5 ounce of hard liquor. Number 4, processed foods. Processed foods often contain added salt and harmful fats. A 2021 study found that people with a high consumption of processed foods were more likely to have a high blood pressure. Frequently asked questions. What else can you do to lower your blood pressure? As well as dietary measures, the AHA recommends the following tips for lowering blood pressure. Number 1, exercise regularly. Learn some strategies for managing stress. Avoid or quit smoking. Smoking. Reach or maintain a moderate body weight. Work together with the doctor, including taking any medications they recommend. How can I lower my blood pressure immediately? There is no way to lower blood pressure quickly at home. A person should follow a plan of diet, exercise, possibly medication to lower their blood pressure over time. If blood pressure is over 180 by 120, the person should call the relevant clinical setup. Can drinking water lower blood pressure? Some evidence suggests drinking more water each day may lower blood pressure, but more research is needed. When should I contact a doctor about high blood pressure? Optimal blood pressure is up to 120 by 80 mmHg. If several readings show levels are higher than this, a person may wish to seek a guidance from a doctor. Lastly, summary. Dietary and lifestyle choices can help manage high blood pressure. A diet that focuses on fruits, vegetables, oats, nuts, lentils, herbs, and spices can be beneficial. In contrast, salt, alcohol, processed foods may worsen hypertension. A doctor can help a person make a plan that involves exercise, food choices, and other measures to manage high blood pressure and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease and other health issues.